Yeah, hi everyone, welcome to Emsley Lodge for another week. Bit of a close but no cigar week this week. I thought a couple of horses went really well. We took Ziggy down to Cranbourne last week and he was great. He sort of got on a real heavy track and got back in the field and had to come really, really wide. Probably on a day where they were sort of nothing sort of back in the field was sort of running on. He sort of flew home and only just got beat. Another 2 hops he probably wins. So he's obviously going pretty good. He was going 6 weeks between runs there, so he probably did a really good job. So I've actually got him in at the Valley on Saturday, so we might even back him up at the Valley, go back up to the 2500. He certainly looked like last week the extra disc is going to suit him, so we might have a roll of the dice there with Ziggy on Saturday at the Valley. Yeah, took a horse called Young Harry Cool up to Warwicknabeal the other day. I thought he went great. He's sort of been trained down at Caulfield and his form had sort of tapered off a fair bit, so they sent him up to us, up to bush, and trained him out of a paddock and sort of doing a heap of galloping up the hill here and sort of changed his whole sort of routine around, and it sort of seemed to work pretty good. He looked the winner, didn't he? He sort of skipped around the corner and was sort of holding our breath for dear late, but he just got caught the last 2 hops, but just good to see the horse turn his form around. I'm not sure where we'll go with him, but on that he'll sort of be able to win a couple of races and hopefully repay the owner's faith in him. They've sort of stuck by him a fair bit, and a lot of people may have got rid of him, but I think he's okay. I think he's going to make a nice horse. Just disappointed he didn't win the other day. Okay, runners this week. Couple horses in town. The last day of the season is at the Valley on Saturday. Now, I'll probably back up Ziggy, go back up to the 2500. It just is interesting. I've sort of put him on the quick backup, which I'm not too concerned about, but he sort of went 6 weeks between runs the other day and he bloody went great. So he might just be a horse. I'm not sure. Whether we just keep him nice and fresh and space his runs or give him a chance over the trip. So this is a really nice race for him. It's a 2,500 metre race, benchmark 78. That's his grade. His last start over 2,400 up at Swan Hill, he won really well. So he'll be a big price again, and he's as bright as a button. And Yendall goes back on, so interesting to see how he goes. Minyinga, she's a really difficult horse to find a race for. She's sort of in that sort of restricted grade racing, and she sort of seems to struggle at the 1400, and the 1200 seems a little bit short for her. Hence her 1300 form's fantastic, but there's just not a lot around for her. So we'll take her to the Valley on Saturday. Craig Williams goes on, draw a nice gate, punch out, go forward, be in the first couple, and see how we go. Whether she's fast enough to be able to sustain that sort of real zip home that they will at the Valley, I'm not sure, but she can't possibly be presented at the races any better. She's very fit and sound, easily as sound as we've ever had her, and she's very, very bright and well. So she'll go as good as she can go. She sort of only narrowly got beaten at Sandown the other day, so I'll have a roll of the dice and see how she goes. It'll be Minyinga and Prince Ziggy at the Moonee Valley on Saturday. As for runners for the rest of the week, because of the supposed week off we had last week, there's just a massive backlog of horses that are racing this week, and so I'll accept with a couple of horses. Whether they get a run or not, I'm not really sure. I've got a horse called Ice Strike in. Probably take Croc Lurkin to Warrnambool next week.
Croc Lurkin down the middle of the track. Mr. Razzle Dazzle 2 lengths. Croc Lurkin ran second.
Solar Flash, not sure where I'd take her. I might take her to Echuca on Monday. She worked this morning and worked a bit hard, so I'll just have to see how she sort of comes through that. It's just going enormous, that horse, so I just want to try and get it to the races. Her work was a little bit too much for what I would like her to do, so if she bounces through that, I'll probably take her to Echuca Monday. But other than that, they're very, very difficult, this racing for the next probably the next 10 days. Is just a massive backlog of horses. I think in Minyinga's race on Saturday there was like 14 horses balloted and then they made 6 emergencies, so there's 20 horses that missed out on a benchmark 70 on Saturday. So really, really difficult at the moment to get runs with horses, but we'll certainly accept with them if they get a run. All's good.
G'day guys, Big Jobs here. It's been a while since I've been back on, but it's been due. Just so I'd like to mention, what's this 5 days off racing business? Like out at Emsley Lodge, Big Jobs doesn't stop. No 5 days off for him. Heaps of stuff still going on at the property. Just put up this post and rail fence. Horses are going in there today. So just doing the final touch-ups. Last couple of screws in and just oiling it up. Just painting the fence so the horses don't chew the wood. So the fence is completed. That's just another big job ticked off. Now off to the stables I go. Got to unload the horse feed. Then I got to fix the feed bin. Then I got to feed the horses, because obviously the horses can't feed themselves. Then I got to clean the waters out. So big jobs here, doesn't stop. No 5 days off for him. I'm absolutely knackered. That's what 5 days off looks like. Until next time, guys. See you later.
Yeah, that's it for another week at Emsley Lodge. Thanks for watching. Coming toward the end of the season, we've had another great year. It's been really, really successful, so that's all good. We'll probably do a season in review video, which will, those who subscribe will get that in their inbox. So make sure you do subscribe to our video to get any updates. But we'll send that sort of out next week once Rob's done all that. A couple of runners to the end of the season, both Minyinga and Ziggy, both of them will run really, really well. Really sort of keen to sort of kick them off. Probably got as good a bunch of young horses coming through the stables as we've ever had. So really keen next year. Yeah, pretty excited about a couple of young horses. Spring's sort of right on us now, so a couple of our better horses are back in work. Hopefully we can be competitive in the spring, and a couple of, probably on Monday week, going to take 3 or 4 down to the trials at Cranbourne, and I think 2 of those horses might hopefully make spring horses, but anyway, we'll see how all that goes. Until next week, see you later. Yeah.